What is up, guys? All right. So, for those who didn't tune in, we just played a little bit of Pokemon, but now we're gonna switch over. We're gonna build in Minecraft. I think we're gonna build the Dunkin Donuts Center today. So let's get into it. And I'm definitely gonna be just kind of hanging out, talking to you guys. Oop, excuse the noise of me moving the mic. So just ask me questions, and I will be here to answer your questions. So, Landon Maggard and Green Rocker 2.0, welcome to the stream. Let's get into it. So I want to make sure that I'm kind of away from this one because you don't want to build too close to one that you're going to do. So let's just start like right here. All right, 16, 2, 2, 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40. All right. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Bring this bad boy all the way across. Perfect fit. Landon, honestly, it's kind of hard to say. I mean, I always liked making videos when I was young. If you go back, like, way back in my channel, there's still some of my random videos before I started actually making, videos continuously. So I've always liked making videos, whether, I tried to do a stop motion video back in the day that was really, really bad, but I mean, it still got like 1,000,000 views, which is really cool. Aside from that, Rooster Teeth was a really big inspiration. I mean, like when I switched over my channel, like an easy timeline for my channel. I created my channel back in like 2008, uploaded a bunch of random stuff, and then basically in 2000 or January of 2013, so 6 years ago now, which is crazy. That was when I uploaded my first Minecraft video. But at the time, I switched my channel name over to 608 Gaming Productions. Basically, I was planning on doing a channel with, all of my friends. We were all going to make this group channel, and we were all going to upload stuff to it and everything. And that was basically what my plan was. So, and Rooster Teeth was a huge inspiration to that. I kind of wanted to do kind of like what they did. I mean, they started their website, as a group, and now they've got a huge company, and it's been a group of friends. But as things worked out, I ended up switching back to Mini Bean 75 and doing my own thing. 6. Let's do... And don't mind me, guys, if I'm randomly looking over here to my right. I'm looking over at one of my screens to kind of see what I'm looking at for the stands here. So let's do 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This will probably look confusing as I build it, but any of you guys who stick around, it'll all make sense in the end. I have a certain way I build stuff, so it's what I find to be the fastest. And if this stream does well and I start doing more of these builds, eventually maybe I'll toss in some background music or something. I don't know. I don't want my video to be, I don't want the stream to get copyrighted after I'm done streaming it, so I probably won't do like licensed music, but I don't really know what I'm going to do yet. Because right now I assume because typically when I build, I toss on a podcast or something, so I assume right now it's probably like super boring, I guess. All you're doing is listening to me talk, or maybe that's what you guys want. I don't know. And listening to the noise of the Minecraft blocks. I typically turn the sound off of Minecraft completely, but I figured if I'm going to be streaming building this, I should probably have some sort of background noise other than my voice. 4, 6, 8, 10. Let's get fired up in the chat. How about everybody whoever's in the chat or whoever's watching right now, let me know in the chat what your favorite build of mine has been. So out of all my videos that you've watched, obviously some video is what initially brought you to my channel. But out of all of my builds, what is your favorite? I'm curious to know, because then that kind of will give me some sort of an idea of, other things to build. I've been doing a lot of WWE arenas lately because I can pump them out. I've got like 3 that are completely done. I just need to record the videos. So when I get done streaming here, I'll probably record those and get one uploaded either tonight or right away tomorrow. But I'm trying to build other stuff too. I'm trying to not put all my eggs in one basket. So let me know in the chat what your favorite video of mine is. It may not even be a Minecraft video. I don't really know. All right, WrestleMania 33. That was a good one. That one I was really actually impressed with myself just because with WrestleMania 33 and 34 and 35, I built those while the event was happening. So those I'll always be impressed with myself. I mean, I built all those in I'd probably say 5, 6 hours, something like that. So that's a pretty good feat considering what they look like. Like 35, damn, I recorded 35 before the pay-per-view was even done with. I think 34 I waited till it was done, if I remember right. And 33 I think I waited too. I don't know, there's so many builds nowadays that I've done, it's hard to keep track of what all I did. You're going to WrestleMania 36 Gaming Pro? That's pretty sweet. I talked to my wife about possibly going. I don't know for sure if we're going to go yet. Well, I was hoping it was going to be in Minneapolis. I live in the Midwest, so Minneapolis is only a few hours away. And they've got that fancy new stadium up there. I cannot believe they haven't done it up there yet. 8, 10. So we talked about it. We'll kind of see when tickets go on sale. We'll kind of see what our funds are at that point. Because for WrestleMania, I mean, shit, I think if I went, I would be cool with, nosebleeds. But after we went to a live show that was in town one point, and we had front row, and it's like once you get that close, you never want to do anything else. So we'll see what happens. So you went to Gaming Pro, let me get this straight. So you went to 32, and then now you're going to 36? Because that is pretty badass. And I did make 35, if you haven't checked. I uploaded that pretty much right when the event got over. The best way to probably see it would be to head over to my channel and hit up the History of WrestleMania playlist, and it'll be the last video on there. You went to the Shield's final chapter? No shit. That's like not far from where I live. I'm not going to say where I live. I'll just say that I live in Iowa. But that's like pretty close to where I live. I didn't even know that it was going to be a thing until it was already happening. Plus, like, I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan, so honestly, I cared more about Game of Thrones than that event. But that is pretty cool that was like Not far from where I live. If I could meet any wrestler, who would it be? Honestly, I probably got to say Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stone Cold was my favorite when I was a kid, and I listen to his podcast like pretty much every week now. Yeah, I'd probably say Stone Cold. He'd be fun as hell to sit and have a beer with and kind of hang out. Fun fact, if anybody knows who Hardcore Holly is, he actually lives pretty close to where I live. I actually saw him one day out shopping. Didn't talk to him because he is a very, very intimidating fella because he's freaking huge. I'll tell you, anybody who's never met a wrestler or never seen one in person, they are so much bigger than they look on TV. That's why if you ever see the videos that you'll see of like, you know, in like WWE, like when they used to do like the Monday Night Raw, like special host people, and you'd see like regular Joes and they look so tiny again, like next to some of these big dudes, it's because they are all freaking huge. Like our Hardcore Holly's probably 6'5", and he just has like he has muscles bigger than me. That's crazy. Jay King, who would I induct into the Hall of Fame? That's tough. There's a lot of people I think that need to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. I mean, they will at some point. Obviously, you have your typical like Kane, Undertaker. Those guys are obviously going. If I wanted to pick somebody who a person wouldn't expect to go in that I think deserves to go in, I'd probably say somebody like, God, I don't know. That's tough. Okay, yeah, sure. I think Hardcore Holly deserves to be there. I think he had a long enough tenure that I definitely think he should be there. I think somebody like Rob Van Dam deserves to be in there. Or somebody like Tommy Dreamer. I mean, obviously, any of those big ECW guys should most definitely go in. I'm kind of surprised that they haven't really done anything with ECW guys. I mean, they obviously put some WCW guys in, like Sting and or even like Stevie Ray went in this year. So I think somebody like maybe Scott Steiner should go in from WCW. I know that I don't think he's got a really very good relationship with Vince McMahon, which is partially why there's a lot of people who aren't in yet. I think CM Punk should be inducted too, but I think there's a better chance of CM Punk coming back to wrestling than him going into the Hall of Fame, especially when he's this young. I know he said he's never going to come back to wrestling, but I think he will. Chances are I don't think it's going to be with WWE, though. I could very well, no matter what all the reports say that he'll never come back or whatever, I could definitely see him coming back to AEW or getting signed by AEW. He'd probably get signed to some Brock Lesnar-like contract. They'll pay him a shitload of money. He'll work 100 days a year, you know, or even if you look back at like the Monday Night Wars when Kevin Nash and Scott Hall went over, they were getting paid insane amounts of money for the wrestling industry at that point and barely had to work. Because most people, if you don't realize, wrestlers, especially in the WWE, they wrestle like 300 days a year. So you imagine, basically, the amount of days that a regular person goes to work, like let's say like, you know, depending on your age, you or even like your parents. Let's say your parents go to work and they work 5 days a week. Well, that's what wrestlers do too. They just have really crappy schedules. I think their days off are usually Wednesdays and Thursdays. So if you're a wrestler and then you only have to go work a third of that, so you're only working 1 or 2 days, like probably 2 days a week, that is a game changer for everything. And if you're getting paid more money on top of it. So I have a strange feeling honestly, right now, I think we're in a world where I think AEW could I know they don't want to directly compete with WWE, but I think they're going to. I think AEW is going to become the new WCW. Or at least I hope. I hope WWE changes their ways because they realize, oh shit, we got to step up our game because people are watching this. I think it's going to be the 90s all over again. But I hope AEW doesn't screw up like WCW did, and start, giving jobs to people that just because they're friends and stuff like that, and letting a board of directors basically screw everything up, and not let somebody like Vince Russo come in and write. But yeah, I really hope we're in a dawn of a new era of wrestling, basically repeating everything over, like how the 90s were. Because the 90s, if you don't remember or even know, I would recommend then go on to the WWE Network if you have it and watch the Monday Night War documentary series. But basically, wrestling was ruled by WWF at the time. And basically, there was just like how it is now. Stupid gimmicks, shitty matches, shitty writing. Everything was just kind of boring, like how it is now. I love wrestling. I've been watching wrestling since I was a little kid. But every time I watch wrestling, almost 9 times out of 10 when I watch WWE, I'm disappointed at the end of the pay-per-view. And I don't even watch the weekly shows anymore because it's been bad enough for me over the last few years. I just quit watching it. And really, the only reason I watch most of the pay-per-views now is to build the arenas for you guys. So I'm hoping we need something that's going to put a spark under WWE's ass and change the game. And I think AEW is going to do that because it's exactly how the 90s were. And then WCW showed up in the 90s, and when they picked up Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, I think at that point they already had like Hogan and maybe even Macho Man. But once that happened, that changed the game. And I think we're going to get to that point because if you follow the news, look at how many wrestlers want to leave WWE because they get no say over anything about their character or anything. So if they get told, well, you got to lose for the next year, well, I wouldn't want to do that. Yeah, Jay King, exactly. Early 90s sucked. Middle 90s were really bad. Yeah. And then as soon as like 96 and 97 hit, that changed the game to the point where 98 through, I would say 2006, in my opinion, were absolutely awesome. After like 2003, it wasn't as good as like the Attitude Era, but I still loved wrestling pretty much up till like 06. I stopped watching it in like 08, and then I came back here in 2014, I think. So I'd taken a break for a while. I think everybody hits that age where you grow out of wrestling, like, oh, it's not cool to watch wrestling anymore. And then you get old enough again where you go, damn, I don't care what anybody thinks, I'm going to watch wrestling. Because a lot of people this day and age still judge wrestling, and I don't know why. But I think it's awesome. I basically tell people, because I think superheroes are stupid, like Endgame, I could literally care less about that. But I tell people, I know I didn't get into superheroes, but wrestling they were my superheroes. So, yeah. What's my username? I assume you're talking on Xbox. That's MiniBean75, just like my YouTube channel. That's pretty sweet. You met Kane, Mick Foley, and Al Snow. That's pretty awesome. There's a guy I know who he met Al Snow one time. He's got a picture with him, and he said he was really cool. I think Al Snow's another one. I think Al Snow could go in the Hall of Fame, for sure. If you look at like his credentials, like he didn't really win a whole lot of championships, but like I think part of going into the Hall of Fame doesn't mean, oh, you won, the world title 4 or 5 times. I think it means, did you help put asses into seats? And I think Al Snow definitely did that. Between ECW and WWF, for sure. Damn, I got to step up my game. You guys are meeting all these wrestlers, and I saw one wrestler in person, and I was too big of a pussy to go up and talk to him. So, I mean, he's a big, scary dude. And I have heard reports that he doesn't like to be approached all the time. But that's pretty sweet. You guys got to meet some of these guys. All right, let's do another question for everybody. What is your favorite WWE match of all time? Of every pay-per-view, Raw, SmackDown, what is your favorite match? Ignore the sirens. I assume you can hear those. Taker versus Michaels. Yep, that's a good match. For sure. Jay King, I don't think I've actually ever watched that match before, to be honest with you. I should step up my game. Maybe I'll turn that on tonight. Because I missed that whole Punk era. So everybody loves CM Punk. And all I honestly really remember of CM Punk was pretty much like before 2008. So like him and ECW. I never got to see all the, I never really got into it when Punk was champion and all this stuff. I watched the Pipe Bomb. I've seen that. But at that point, that was when he was already on his way out. So, yeah, I'll need to step up my game and watch some later 2000s and see the age of CM Punk. Antonio Diaz, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. My arenas usually take, kind of depends on the arena. Stadiums take way longer than arenas. That's why, like, tonight I decided to just do an arena for now. I know people have been wanting me to do Global Warning 2002, and that was in Melbourne, Australia, but it's a huge stadium, so that would be probably a 2-streamer, depending, but each one usually takes me, it's hard to say, maybe 3 to 5 hours, I would say, roughly. Like this, I'm not going to build any of the actual event inside of it. I'm just going to build the arena. Basically, I'll have the arena pretty much ready to go to where then I could just go through and build the inside. But yeah, it's kind of hard to say. It depends on what the arena has. Like, for example, let's stop the build for a second. We'll pop over here. So here you guys can see some of my arenas. Some of these have been shown already. Some of them haven't. But you get some like this that have a roof, that looks like this. Or you can pop over to here. This one was the Pittsburgh Civic Center. So this one, with it having a big dome, obviously that roof takes a lot longer. Or you have this one that comes up to a point like this. This obviously takes longer because you're not just going back and forth. So a lot of it really depends on the arena. A lot of the arenas just have a basic flat roof, so those usually are pretty quick. But yeah, it really depends on what I got going on. But yeah, I guess if you guys have never seen it, probably haven't. This is what I have one main map that has tons and tons of arenas. And then it's got like stadiums and everything. I mean, let's say I fly through here quick. You guys can just kind of see what I'm looking at. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's so big, like Minecraft has a hell of a time even loading it. But we go back to like the OGs, like that was WrestleMania 9. We can come over here. We've got some that we've seen a ton of times. Like this, I think, was Chicago. And then over here we've got WrestleManias. Like this is WrestleMania 25. Swifty H1, thank you for subbing. And then, yeah, like this is WrestleMania 26. So, yeah, there's a lot on here, I tell you. But now let's get back and actually build. But yeah, like this map, I've been using this same map basically since I started. Because if you go all the way over, because I lost my original WrestleMania 1, 2, and 3 builds, the map got corrupted. So then I started with WrestleMania 4. So this has WrestleMania 4 on it. And then I've just slowly worked my way through and I keep building. And then when I make the map's downloadable, I just go through and I just kind of cut it out and put it in something else. So, yeah. Toby Draper, welcome to the stream. Are you ever thinking about making a baseball stadium tutorial? I probably could. You know, I don't do the tutorials too often because I know it helps for you guys. But honestly, like, the tutorials are a huge pain in the ass to make, especially for something that big. So maybe someday. I was planning on eventually... lost my train of thought. Oh, I was planning on eventually going through and then, like, once I kind of transition over here from WWE arenas, because I'm eventually going to run out of them, I am going to start doing, like, NBA stadiums. So I thought about doing baseball stadiums, too. So maybe around that time I could do a tutorial. It'll kind of depend on what I end up doing. I think as long as the stream does well, I'm going to start streaming a lot of this when I'm building. So, because, I mean, if I'm sitting here building, I might as well do something with it. So if that's something you guys would be interested in, is seeing me stream more of this, let me know. Because I don't stream all the time, and generally it's because I don't think you guys really care to watch it. Like, I like playing retro games, so like earlier today I streamed a little bit of Pokemon, but for the most part I didn't really have anybody watching. So if there's other games that you guys would like to see me stream other than Minecraft, definitely let me know. I'm good, Toby, I'm good, man. Had a pretty good day. Just working on, planning on hopefully if I can get this one done. When I get done streaming, I'm going to go record a couple videos and... Rupp Arena. Okay. What is in the Rupp Arena? Like, where is it at, I guess, is what I'm saying. Jay, it is super annoying. At pretty much any of these new events, it kind of blows. I mean, because I don't get to do a whole lot anymore. Basically, I build the same stage. I don't get to put fireworks in. I mean, it gets pretty boring. Nah, Toby, I don't play Fortnite. I can't get into it, man. I play PUBG. I'd probably stream that if you guys want to see me suck at that for a couple hours, but I did not know that. Okay. Yeah, I can definitely look at that. For sure. Yeah, I could probably start building arenas for, like, college basketball teams, too. Or people mention, like, college football stadiums. There's something, like, I'm originally from Wisconsin, so, like, I'd love to do, like, Camp Randall. That'd be really cool to build. I'm still trying to finish the NFL stadiums, too. Jay, yeah, I was so disappointed. I was like, okay, cool. Basically, they took the same stage, and then they just made it bigger. And that was it. Okay, Toby, yeah. One of these days here when I get in the mood, I'll jump on and I'll stream PUBG for a couple hours. Or even, like, I play Firestorm on Battlefield. A lot of that I play with my buddies, but generally for that, I would rather edit it and put it into a video rather than stream it. A lot of it's because when me and my buddies get playing, sometimes we say stuff that we probably shouldn't say. So that's my way of, being able to edit stuff out. Because I think you should be able to joke about just about anything. But you need to be able to do, publicly joking about certain things probably isn't the best thing. So, and we generally don't have filters. So I won't stream with my friends, but I would definitely stream some solos or maybe play with some randoms. What time is it where I am? It is 6:36 p.m. I live in the Central Time Zone. I live in Iowa, if that helps. Not going to tell you what city, because that's a little weird, but I'll definitely tell you. And I'm not originally from Iowa. I'm originally from Wisconsin, a tiny little Wisconsin town. But now I live in Iowa. I'm married, if you guys didn't know that. You probably watch my videos and think, God, this is like some kid that has no life. No, I'm 26, married. I bought a house. So, yeah. That's my life. It's pretty boring. I am nothing special. Gaming Sniffles, what's up, man? Or woman, I guess. Welcome to the stream. 12:36 a.m. Gee, where do you live? Must be overseas somewhere. How big of a difference is that? It's like 6 hours. So, yeah, somewhere overseas, I would think. Britain. Okay. Yeah, I've never actually been across the Atlantic before, so that'd be pretty cool. I want to go to Ireland at some point. I'm Irish, so I think it would be pretty cool to head over there. Go see the motherland. That's what I call it. My wife tells me I'm stupid. All right. So we got one corner done. Pedro, damn, you've been watching a while. That was like, I think that was the first, arena I did that was like a specific arena. Before that, I just did like generic stuff when I was doing WrestleManias, but Survivor Series 02 was one of like my favorites back in the day. Because when I was a kid, you didn't have anything like the WWE Network. So if there was a pay-per-view you wanted to see, number one, you had to pay a buttload of money to watch it live if you wanted to, and I never did that because who can afford to drop 40, 50, 60 bucks once a month, you know? So if there was anything I really wanted to watch, and the internet wasn't really big back then, there wasn't anything you could stream videos on. So basically, I either had to trade tapes with somebody or I would buy them. And I remember I had Survivor Series 2002 on VHS. And I watched that damn thing so many times. I'm surprised that it didn't eventually I'm surprised it didn't just break. Because I watched it constantly. And I remember I'll never forget, like, making the decision on which one I was going to buy. Because, like I said, it wasn't like today where you just get bored and you go, oh, I can just go onto the network or I can go see if it's on YouTube and I can watch it. Not back then. So I basically had to figure out, like I remember like I did some chores or something, and my parents were like, okay, we'll buy you one. Well, then I had to sit and think, what's going to have the best matches that I want to sit and watch? And Survivor Series was it. I debated on that or SummerSlam 02, because I had really wanted to watch the Shawn Michaels Triple H street fight. But I decided Survivor Series would be better because it had the Elimination Chamber match. And then it had the Elimination Table match at the beginning with the Dudleys and who the hell was in that? Bubba Ray Dudley, Spike Dudley, and Jeff Hardy, I think, with 3-minute warning. So yeah, that was one of my favorite pay-per-views. To this day, still one of my favorite pay-per-views. All right, Toby, man, have a good one. Yeah, I wish I could have ordered any pay-per-views, much less the big four. I remember the first pay-per-view I ever got to order and watch it live. This just shows how long after all that was. WrestleMania 24. I remember I did something well or something, like got good grades or something. And my parents were like, okay, what do you want? And I was like, well, I want to order WrestleMania. And then that was the only time I ever ordered a wrestling pay-per-view and actually got to watch it live, which sucked because, man, that was like my prime time of wrestling. You guys don't know how good you got it now. Granted, we had better wrestling back then. The wrestling now is nowhere near as good, but I sound old the longer I talk like that. You damn kids don't know how good you got it. Jay, I assume you're asking if I still have the VHS. I don't physically have it. I'm pretty sure it's probably still at my parents' house somewhere. Actually, Jay, I think I'm going to say WrestleMania 16 is the most underrated, I think, in my opinion. I think a lot of people bag on WrestleMania 16, and that I always thought was a pretty good one. The main event sucked, but, I mean, that had some pretty good matches. And that triangle ladder match, I mean, that's what created the TLC matches. And those are still some of my favorites. I mean, I've always been a hardcore wrestling fan, so I obviously like it when they use weapons and stuff like that. And I remember the first time watching those had never seen them before. Oh, my God. Nothing will ever beat it. Yeah, I love, the old Elimination Chamber matches. I understand now they changed it because they want it to be more safe, but it's not as good. But I think just the product itself isn't as good. But, I think one of the worst things WWE did, and people may disagree with me, but one of the things I hate is how when they switched over to have the specific pay-per-views for stuff, I honestly can't stand it. Hell in a Cell, I think it's stupid having it on one night because the whole point of Hell in a Cell is let's have a big feud that's going to last a year, and then we're going to end it all in Hell in a Cell. Not, it's whatever month Hell in a Cell is, let's go have one or two really boring Hell in a Cell matches. Even like this year, I mean, I like seeing high risks, I mean, I might get a little bloodthirsty. I wish they still, bled and stuff like that, but I thought this year's was going to be way better, especially with Jeff Hardy being in there. I mean, that was a cool spot, but I thought it was going to be way more. I was expecting him to do a swanton off the top of the cell or something. Hey, Final Flames. I am building the Dunkin Donuts Center in Providence, Rhode Island. If you're new to my channel, I build a lot of arenas and stadiums in Minecraft. There's a ton of different stuff, and this is one that I just needed to build, so I figured this is the first time I've ever streamed while building. And I was like, well, shit, maybe if people want to watch this, I'll do it more often. Then you guys can kind of sit and talk to me and... Francis, I have Minecraft on the PC. I don't like how it feels. Basically, especially at least with the Java edition, I don't really use the Windows 10 edition a whole lot, but the Java edition, when you fly, it's like you're on ice skates, and I can't. I've tried numerous times to play on it, and I can't. I use it for my Resident Evil series. And stuff like that, and I know there's different mods and stuff that I could probably use to build it a little bit faster, but for me, I've been building on the Xbox for so long, this is just what I'm good with. And I mean, if you guys can't tell, I'm not even using the new Xbox edition, because I almost don't even like how it feels building on that. I'm so used to the old school Xbox One edition that until I basically can't use it anymore, that's what I'm going to go with. No, I agree 100%. The old Elimination Chamber and the old Hell in a Cell are better. I understand with the Hell in a Cell why they updated it, because obviously they wanted it to look bigger, be stronger. But I think making it taller was stupid, especially since it was after they put it out. It was years before they ever did anything on top of the cell. But I think they could have kept it. I think they could have updated it, but keeping it the same height, I think would have been smarter. I think they could have done more stuff with it. Gatto TFM, I will be doing that. I was just talking about that earlier. The only reason I'm not doing it right now is just because it's so long, because it's such a big stadium that's going to be like either a 2-part live stream, or if I start a live stream during the day and I can just sit and work on it for a while. But because that's a stadium, that's going to take me a good 8 to 16 hours probably, depending on the detail. I've only looked at the stadium once and haven't got any farther into it, but well, actually, Francis, my downloads right now are for the PC. I'm trying to do a little bit more work at setting it up so that I have a download for both versions, but converting from PC back over is a little finicky right now. I'm still kind of taking a look at that, but as of right now, I build on the Xbox One. I transfer it over through a Realm over to the PC, or over like the Windows 10 edition. Then I convert it to the Java edition, and then like I showed earlier, I have all these different arenas. I go through and I cut out which arena I need, put it onto its own blank map, and then I put it back up for download. Once I can get the rest of that figured out, eventually then we're going to have every build is going to come out with 2 download links depending on what version of Minecraft you play. But some of that just takes a little time. A lot of it I just need some time to actually sit and look at it. I was able to successfully convert over one map, but I did it so long ago I don't remember how I did it. And I really just haven't taken the time to do it, because it's good for you guys for sure, but like it's a lot of back-end work, especially when I have 300 builds or something. Roblox Gamer 123, thank you for subbing. Damn, we've been going 45 minutes already? It's crazy. When I did the Pokemon stream, I felt like I was working hard to hit 45 minutes, and damn, this one it's been flying. I'm kind of liking this. I didn't think this was something that people would want to watch, but I'm having a good time. I don't know about you guys. If you're having a good time, comment in the chat. Let me know that you're having a good time. Roblox Gamer, I am having a good day today. How about you? Sorry, just getting rid of this user here. Should bring in all that BS in here. I had my stuff set at top chat, top chat, so I didn't actually get to see everybody's posts. So if I was skipping over some of you guys, I'm sorry about that. An app called World to PE. Okay, I'll take a look at that. Roblox Gamer, I could build a Pokemon Center if you want to. I actually at one point had thought about trying to make the whole Pokemon map, but that's like really big, so I never really got into it. Oh shit, I don't need to go out that far. Hey Brandon, welcome to the stream. Thanks, man. I try. Green Rocker, I did actually think I was looking into it at one point, and then I just never went any farther. I know I had a lot of people at one point who were telling me to do a a Lucha Underground one too, and that was one that I started, but I never. I do a lot of that where I'll get really creative and I'll just start building something, and then it'll sit for a while, and then eventually I'll start again. Thanks for the like, Roblox Gamer. Oh, yeah, that's another game. Would you guys be interested in watching me stream Roblox at all? Roblox is something I don't play a ton, but I do play a little bit. So I was always curious if that's something you guys would like to watch. Let's go with this. Hey, that's okay, man. You don't have to donate. Only donate if you want to. You know, I just put that there because some people do want to donate and help support, and some people can't. I know how that goes. Don't worry about that. Hey, Brandon. Thanks for subbing, man. I appreciate it. This old arena is coming along nicely, if I did say so myself. Oh, and I'm going to do a shameless plug here quick. If you haven't looked at my online store, take a look at that. This is one of the shirts. This shirt says, "I see the world in blocks." This was made by yours truly. So if that's something, if you guys want to take a look at that, if you want to buy a new shirt, something like that, take a look at my store. There's a ton of stuff on there, and I keep trying to add new stuff, so. Oh, Roblox Gamer, I don't know if I'm the best, but I try. I try to make everybody who watches feel like family. Landon, my favorite band, Disturbed. I've been a fan of Disturbed since I was like 8 or something like that. And I'm 26 now, so I've been a fan for a while. The first concert I ever went to was a Disturbed concert. Jimmy McKinley, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. I'm building the Dunkin Donuts Center from Providence, Rhode Island. Eventually, there will be a WWE event inside, but right now I'm just building the actual arena. Hold on, guys. I'm going to hook up one of my... You guys should look into these, too. If you game somewhere that it gets, like, super hot, one of these bad boys, $10, plug it into a USB port, cool you right off. Give me a sec. I'm just going to plug it in here. I game in this little office. If you guys haven't seen my office tutorial, or not my tutorial, my tour, definitely take a look at it. But it gets super, super hot in my office. Like... obnoxiously hot, especially when I have my Xbox running, and just that little fan makes a huge difference. My favorite Metallica song? Damn, I don't know. That's a tough call. Probably Master of Puppets, I'd say. That's my favorite album, so yeah, probably Master of Puppets. I fangirled out when we saw them in concert. Seek and Destroy is a damn good song. That's an early one, too. That's off of their first album. Or I like Ride the Lightning a lot, too. Or just that album in general is a good album. All right. 4, 6, 8, 10. We're going to go 12 on this one. Yeah, 12 looks good. Oh, one too much. There we go. Yeah, Jay, that's my opinion too. Especially being a person who builds arenas like this, it really sucks when it's like the same damn thing over and over and over again. I like to be challenged, and some of those old ones have been really challenging. Even like Over the Limit 2011, that one that I just did recently. Damn, that was one of the toughest ones I've ever done. Trying to make it look as good as possible. I started streaming a little after 6, so I've been going for about 55 minutes. Bridgestone Arena. I haven't. I guess right now I'm pretty much doing just arenas that have WWE events in them. I don't know if they've ever had like a pay-per-view or anything in there. I will at some point, though, go through and do more. I'm just still going through these because like WWE, I think I have like 300 or something just WWE arenas I want to do. And I've already done like 150 or something like that. 100? I don't know. I've done a lot. But there's still a lot I still want to do. All right, man. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. Nope, that is... Oh, is that right? Yeah, that is right. Okay. Jimmy, I actually thought about that. That would be a tall order because that's going to be really big, but I actually have thought about that. I used to be into NASCAR a lot back in the day when I was younger. And I went to a race, and I've always decided, man, that'd be really cool to build one. Maybe like I'll do something like a Bristol or something initially, something small. And then eventually I could do something like Talladega or something big. I don't know. I've thought about it. The question is, I guess, would it get a lot of views? I don't know if it's something that would get a lot of views or not. Because I don't want to spend, 30 hours or 40 hours, whatever it would take to build that, if nobody watched it. I'd say we're making pretty good work, though, for only going for like a little under an hour here. This will be a good way for me, too, to kind of see how long it takes me to build something. Because I honestly, people ask me how long it takes me to build some of these, and I couldn't even tell you. I just give you like a general estimate, but I don't really know. Hey, Adela Dunn, how's it going? Yeah, Jimmy, I could definitely do Martinsville. That wouldn't be too bad at all. Anthony's video. Is that? I guess I don't know who that is. Is he like a? Does he build Minecraft stuff too? There's so many creators out there. I don't know nearly anybody. I feel like. Xavier, what the hell is Egg Wars? Okay, Jimmy. Yeah, I'll take a look at it. And then if you guys haven't taken a look yet, down in the description, we've also got our sponsor for today. That is VG Retrofit. They do a ton. They sell a ton of different gaming merchandise. They're big product lines. They've got a lot of Nintendo stuff, Call of Duty, Halo, Destiny, Mega Man, Street Fighter, a ton of stuff like that. No Minecraft stuff right now, but definitely take a look at them. You can get yourself some pretty cool merchandise, and it's all official merchandise. It's not, crap Chinese knockoff stuff. It's the real deal. So definitely take a look at them. Their store, that link is going to be in the description. You guys can definitely take a look at that. So when you say a music store, Jimmy, are you talking like a store where you go buy like CDs? Because I could definitely do that. That'd be super easy. Oh yeah, I guess that is something too. Would you guys be interested? I know there's only 6 or 7 of you in here right now, but is that something you guys would be interested in? Is me building, more like real life type stuff, like Walmart or McDonald's or, Pizza Hut, shit like that? Or would you guys prefer me to stick with doing arenas and stadiums and stuff? I'm not going to stop doing the arenas and stadiums. I'm just basically saying, is that something you guys would be interested in me taking a look at building too? Stuff that maybe when you download it, if you have the means to on PC or whatever, that you could actually put into your builds. Adela, I do. I only have a few out so far, but I've been trying to build more NFL stadiums. So you can take a look on my channel. There's an NFL stadiums playlist, and you can see everything that I have done so far. My eventual goal is to have all 32. Some of them I'm kind of waiting now. Like LA, for instance. I'm going to wait till that stadium's done before I build it, because I'm not going to go build whatever they're playing in now, or like the Raiders, same thing. Once their Vegas stadium is done, then I'll actually build that. I could definitely take a look at that. I think at this point for WrestleManias, once I've built it, I'm pretty much done. So, I only built it in the one last time, but I don't know if I'll go back and rehash it or not. I think for what would be in there, it would be pretty boring, honestly, but we'll see. I could take a look at it. Right now, I'm kind of looking towards the future, so I'm looking at building new stuff. I don't really want to go back and try to rehash old stuff. It'll take me a year to build AT&T Stadium. Well, Adela, I already built it. You should definitely go take a look at that. Because, yeah, I already built it. And it looks awesome. Past superstars or present dream match? Whew. That's tough. I would like to see, like, Damn. That's a tough one. That is a tough one. Maybe, like Shawn Michaels in his prime. So, like, 1996 or 1997 Shawn Michaels against, like, maybe AJ Styles or Seth Rollins. That'd be good. Yeah, that's what I'd probably say. I don't think AJ. I think Seth Rollins. I think Seth Rollins and Shawn Michaels in his prime could have one hell of a match. Rollins, Hogan, okay. Jimmy, I could probably do it for one, maybe, or maybe I'll make it as like a how-to. I don't really do the outside part of the arenas, especially like the lobbies and stuff, because it all looks the same. At one point, I had thought about doing just the like building it, but not building the lobbies, but building just like the outside of it, so you can see it from the outside. But honestly, like it looks cool, but really, like if you look at somebody who builds it, do you care more about the outside or what's on the inside? That's generally why I've stuck with building arenas the way I do, because 9 times out of 10, people look at the outside and they go, oh, that looks cool, and then they skip ahead to the inside. So I decided there's no point to waste, hours and hours. And when I say hours and hours, guys, I want you to understand. I've played Minecraft just on the Xbox One for like 16 or 1700 hours, so 1,007 or 800. I've spent a lot of time in this game over the last I guess I've been on the one for 5 years, something like that. So, I mean, just on the Xbox One, I've put that much time in. That's not including all the time on the 360. So, it sounds like I have no life, but I've also been building stuff for YouTube for 6 years. So, yeah. And if I did the outsides for all these other arenas, that number would probably be doubled, and I wouldn't have nearly as many builds as I have. Some people, they have to wait a month between builds, and I'm building this right now, and I could have the video up tomorrow. That's why I kind of like to do it like this. And mine are slower. Or no, not slower. Jesus Christ. Sorry, hold on. I'm losing my train of thought. Mine are smaller. Like, this is a lot smaller than what an average person does. An average person builds their arenas the same size as I do a football stadium. And part of the reason I do that is I think this is more to scale. Because if I look at my little guy, this is to scale when he's in an arena. Not, if I was building this and it was the size of a football stadium, it would be way too big. Make the 2018 Metallica tour stage at the Fizzer Forum. Okay, I'm actually working on building that now. I had the Bradley Center I had the Bradley Center build that I used for Fastlane, and then now I am actually working on that. That's what that build is over there. I was working on that today because I want to do the Milwaukee Bucks arena at some point here soon. So, how long does it take you to build a non-pre-made arena? I assume you're talking from scratch. Or are you saying, like, if I build an arena that's not based on something? Because if it's that, I have no idea because I don't build any. Anything I do now is based on another one. If you're talking one that, like, right now I'm building it from scratch, usually, I don't know, 3 to 5 hours probably, depending on what all needs to be done. Dr. Game & Watch, I did. Go take a look at that. That's on my channel. Oh, I didn't even realize Link was in here. Damn, Link has been a long time watcher of my channel. That's the thing, too, guys. If you guys like watching my stuff, the more you comment on stuff, you know, I'll recognize who you are. Oh, yeah, Link. I see you all the time, man. I think it's been a bit since I've seen you comment on a video, but oh, yeah, I remember you. There's a few people for sure that if just by seeing the name, I'll instantly remember who it is. See, Link's going to be one of them people that eventually one day, if I'm, you know, a big famous YouTuber, Link's going to be one that I remember. And it's still early on, so some of you guys, if you guys stick with it and keep watching my stuff and commenting and all that stuff, I'll remember you too. But honestly, you could be an old subscriber or a new subscriber, and I'll still treat you all the same. We're all about positivity here. You guys, I want to treat all you guys like family. There's not enough of that in the world, so. Okay, yeah. I don't know if is George Star even still around? I remember George Star being a big thing, you know, a year or two ago. I don't know if he's even around anymore. Or who was another one that was a big builder? The hell was his name? I can't think of it now. There was a point in time where there were like three of us, I think, that were big WWE arena builders, and like every time something new would come out, George Star. There was me. Fuck, I cannot think of that guy's name. He's gone now too. He started doing more videos of recording himself. Oh shit, I forgot about Pro Shots. No, Pro Shots wasn't who I was thinking of. So I guess there were four of us. I don't know. I can't think of his name. Leo Moore. Leo Moore. Okay, yeah, I remember seeing him pop up a lot too. He was doing more just WrestleMania arenas, I think. But yeah, so there were like 4 or 5 of us that for a while there were all kind of competing for the same audience. Oh yeah, Tom Kumbas. Yep, I see him every once in a while. Who do I got winning the Money in the Bank? I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't even know who's in the match. I have not paid attention whatsoever. Part of it's because, even when Money in the Bank comes out, that's the series finale of Game of Thrones. So I'm probably not going to watch Money in the Bank until after Game of Thrones anyways. So yeah, I don't even know who's in it. If you want to let me know in the chat who's in it, and then I'll tell you who I think's going to win. But honestly, yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming they're doing a women's and a men's match again. But yeah, I have no idea. I know after reading about how Raw was this week, I guess it was just a huge shit show that, yeah, I haven't watched at all. God, if Baron Corbin's in it, I hope he loses. I am so over Baron Corbin. I'm still pissed that they made Kurt Angle's retirement match against Baron Corbin. Because honestly, okay, let's stop and let's think about it for a second, okay? Look at all these amazing guys that have had these amazing retirement matches. You got somebody like Ric Flair. He had Shawn Michaels. Hey, DJ Sword, was that Buzzawy? Thanks for subscribing. I appreciate it. So anyway, you got somebody like Ric Flair who got beat by Shawn Michaels. You got somebody like Shawn Michaels who had Taker. You know, even Batista's retirement match this year, Triple H, like big names. And then you get Kurt Angle, the Olympic gold medal winner. And who does he get? Baron fucking Corbin. Really? I can't even get it. I don't know. I can't stand it. I have not been a Baron Corbin fan pretty much ever. I liked him when he won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, whatever WrestleMania that was. And now since then, I can't do it. Yeah, Link, you're right, 100%. I heard all these things that they were going to make a change, wrestling was going to be better, and honestly, I think 2019 has only been worse for the WWE. Yeah, that wildcard rule doesn't make any sense, because I didn't watch it, I just heard about it, but didn't he, like, come out and say, like, oh, 3 people can come over from the other show, and then, like, 2 more people came out after that, like, or something like that, and then he switched it to, oh, well, 4 people can come out. Yeah, it's really confusing. I do like Baron Corbin's entrance song, though, because the singer for Bad Wolves sang it, and I like that band, so I'll at least give him that. He's got a good entrance song. I think he's got one of the last, like, real original entrance songs. They need to bring that their old composer back, Jim Johnston, so they can get some good music back, because that shit they got now, I don't know. Well, Jimmy, here's the problem. I can't really stream it because it's right here. It's already almost done. So I'm probably going to have that one finished probably within the week. So otherwise I would. I think the problem, Link, I think that he doesn't have his long hair anymore. I think that's because I think he was going bald, which I got that going on too. You know, you can't beat Father Time, but I think that's why he did the whole shaved head thing. And that's fine with me, honestly. It's his stupid little shirt that he wears with his stupid little vest. Like, you just look like a freaking moron, man. They definitely need to change up his character. Okay, so I don't think we got it figured out yet. Will somebody let me know who's in the Money in the Bank match so I can pick who I think's going to win? Because I literally have no clue who's in it, if anybody knows. I assume by now it's already set, because that's in what, 2 weeks? Or next week? Next week, I think, is next weekend. All right. We got Braun versus Ricochet versus Drew McIntyre versus Baron Corbin versus Mustafa Ali versus Finn Balor. Holy shit, that's a big one. I'd like to see somebody like Ricochet get it. I'm a huge Finn Balor fan, and I've wanted to see them push Finn Balor for a while, but now at this point, I think I'd rather see Finn. I wonder if they'll give it to Finn, because Finn, I think, is kind of on the verge of leaving from what I've heard. I don't know. That's tough. That's a tough call. Let's do Let's do an extra couple rows here. Let's think. So we're going to build this like this. Or just one. And it's going to go like this. Or yeah, we'll do two. And that'll go like that. We'll put 2 seats there. Yeah, we'll go with something like this. Sorry, trying to figure out exactly how this is going to look. Because this one is kind of different. Because they've got like the press boxes up a little bit higher. I think we'll go with something like that. We'll do a couple extra rows of seats here. We'll just do 1 row of seats. And then we'll just make this like that. This is the part in building arenas where it gets more complicated. Because I kind of have a general idea, but then I got to go through here and figure out, okay, what's going to be the best way to do this? So, like, we're going to build up 1 more around the edges. Yeah, Link, I don't really get a lot of Vince McMahon's decisions right now. I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know. This day and age, it's kind of hard to gauge, too, at what the hell he is really thinking. I think that's got to go like this. Yeah. I know I don't know if anybody else saw it, that apparently Triple H liked some tweet, I guess, that was talking crap about Vince McMahon, and I guess like he liked it and then all of a sudden disliked it like a couple hours later. So that even tells me that even Triple H realizes that I think at this point Vince has been doing it for too long. I don't know if he's just blind or stupid or what. I can't say stupid because that man is, some of the best things in wrestling have come from his head. So I really don't know. I don't know why wrestling is in the state that it is right now, but it's unfortunate. I can tell you that. It sucks. Because I love good wrestling, and that's not what we're getting right now. If they brought back ECW when they were good 05 and before, that's tough. So, with me, when they brought back ECW, I have a pretty bad taste in my mouth. I assume you're saying if they brought back ECW and it wasn't the garbage that they brought back, I think somebody like the Dudley Boys wouldn't have left like they did and went to TNA, which was fine, but I think they would have done really well then. I think CM Punk did fine then in ECW, but I think CM Punk would have been awesome. I think somebody like a Brock Lesnar could have been a big ECW name. I know I even heard Paul Heyman talk about even if ECW, if Brock Lesnar would have been in ECW back in the 90s, he would have been awesome. And I actually agree. I'm pretty anti Brock Lesnar now because of how everything's turned out, but I was a huge Brock Lesnar fan in the early 2000s. Like 2002, Brock Lesnar was a stud. If you didn't like Brock Lesnar, you were a loser. Oh yeah, Dean Ambrose for sure. Dean Ambrose would have been awesome in ECW. Yeah, you can let me know who's in the women's match, because I don't know who's in that. I wonder what they're gonna do with Dean Ambrose now, because obviously he supposedly left. I don't know if he actually did. I feel like I'm kind of on the fence, because I feel like when people leave WWE, they don't promote it like they did with him. And I know he had that video that he came back as John Moxley. I don't know. I wonder if he's still in WC or if he's still in WWE or not. I was hoping he was going to go over to AEW personally, but it's kind of hard to say. But yeah, I think Dean Ambrose would have been good in ECW for sure. All right. And that looks like that. No, AEW's first show's on the 25th of May, so like 2 weeks. Of course, I'm not going to be able to watch it because my sister graduates from high school that weekend, so I'm going to be at her graduation. But I was looking forward to watching it. But I'll probably watch it. Somebody will have it up on YouTube, I assume, by the next day, so I'll watch it and see. I'm really excited for AEW. I think it's going to be really good. I don't know why my voice keeps, like, cracking. Let's get a little lemonade in the old body. I love pink lemonade. It's the best of all the lemonades. Yeah, I don't know. I think at the time, I don't think they really knew when it was going to air, but now it's May 25th. It's Double or Nothing. So, and I'm excited. I'm really excited to get to finally watch that. Because I never really got into the indies a whole lot. So there's some guys like Kenny Omega or like the Young Bucks. Like, I know literally nothing about any of them. No, nobody's ever said that. I've always the reason that the nickname Mini Bean came that I got that was because I kind of used to look like the boxer Butterbean. Now that I've aged a little more and have facial hair and stuff like that, I don't as much, but that's where Bean came from. But no, nobody's ever told me I look like Vader. I'm a big dude, so I can see it. Yeah, Jimmy, I like Hogan. I've always liked Hogan. He went through some stuff by saying some shit he shouldn't have. But at the same time, he also was being recorded and didn't know he was. And that doesn't make it okay. But, because you shouldn't say stuff like that. But I like him. I'll always like him. Hogan's a big reason why wrestling is or was anything. Because for the longest time, nobody really gave a shit about wrestling. Yeah, Link, that was a long time ago now. It's kind of crazy how long it's been since I was 608 gaming. But that was supposed to be, like I talked earlier in the stream. I don't think you were here. But yeah, when I started my channel, when I started really making videos, the plan was going to be, it was going to be a channel for me and my friends. And then, yeah. Then it never really happened, so I went back to being solo. Why would I feel bad? What, did something happen with Bret Hart? Or are you still referring to like the whole thing that happened at like the Hall of Fame? I guess I haven't heard anything about Bret Hart. If it was the thing at the Hall of Fame, I don't think he really got beat up. I mean, he got attacked, but I don't think anything really happened out of it. And if it was something else, then I have no idea. Nah, man, I probably wouldn't. That was one of my early videos that me and the boys back in the day. No. Cuz that was before, that was like the before time, we'll call it. Basically like I started making like real videos in 2013, and shit, we recorded that in 2008. Something like that. Yeah, I probably wouldn't now. I mean, if my friends wanted to do something like that again, we would. But I mean, we're all adults now, you know? I mean, they all got real jobs and shit like that, so probably wouldn't happen. God, shit ass. I haven't thought of shit ass in forever. That is old. That is old mini bean content right there. No, Jimmy, I didn't. What happened? I actually did watch the Bucks game last night. I don't really get into basketball, but I did turn that on. Oh, yeah. I still listen to that song to this day. I've always loved that song. Any embarrassing memories from childhood or teenage years? Shit, I don't know. That shit ass video is pretty embarrassing. Because I went through a stage when I was that. Because, I mean, to put that into perspective, guys, if you watch that video, I'd recommend not because it's pretty bad. But that was filmed when I was in junior high. It's probably like 7th or 8th grade. And in 7th or 8th grade, I went through a period of time, pretty much a lot of us did. It was cool to have long hair. And I look ridiculous. And I have a tendency to like have like red skin tone. So I would get to a point where I almost looked like a popped zit. It was disgusting. So that's really it. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've ever held shit in ever. I don't think I've gone a day without shitting, honestly. I shit like twice a day. Guaranteed. let's see. Like that. Was that 3 deep? I actually don't eat that much, to be honest with you. So, yeah. I think either Natalia or Bailey will probably win this one. Dr. Game & Watch, that's my assumption. You heard it here first. Hey, Dr. Tech Man. Thanks, I appreciate that. Yep, Jimmy, I got my wife and I have 4 cats. Their names are, get ready for that, because it's fucking hilarious. We have Olive, Reuben, Taco, and Omelet. Those are our cats. She always wanted to get a dog, but I'm allergic to dogs, so couldn't do it. Being allergic to any pet blows, but I thought I was allergic to our cats, and that would have really sucked. Probably Seth Rollins. Yeah, I think actually that was... Yeah, Dr. Techman, I was definitely... I think somebody had commented that on one of my videos at some point. And yeah, I was going to look into that. I think I looked at the Tokyo Dome. I think it's pretty big, so I just haven't gotten to it yet. But yeah, I will be planning on doing that at some point. That's been requested enough times that I should. Oh, that's not right. I feel like that's... Oh, no, that's the right measurements. 4. That's 4. 4. So yeah, this one should be like this. So where did I fuck up? Oh, that's where I fucked up. Right there. Because that means that needs to be like that. There we go. Out of all the arenas and stages I've built, which were the hardest and which were most fun? For the most part, they're all pretty fun, to be honest. The hardest, I mean, that's kind of tough because the arena or the stadiums themselves aren't too bad. Usually it's whatever I'm putting in them. So for a lot of the WWE arenas, the stages that are more technical are tough. Like Over the Limit 2011 was my most recent one that was really hard. Like, God, it was just a huge pain in the ass to try to get it exactly how I wanted. But for the most part, and anything that's older is really fun to build. Anything from like 2006 back is really fun because everything was so unique back then. I don't know why my voice keeps cracking. Jimmy, I probably won't build the outside. I don't really build the outside of any, to be honest. It looks really cool, don't get me wrong, but I said earlier I don't really do it, and I probably won't. Yeah, Dr. Techman for sure. I want him to come. I want him to do, like, I want him to go back to like early 2000s, how everything was. Everything was new, like authentic. Every pay-per-view had its own stage. Obviously, I like the pyro for the show. There's a ton of stuff that, yeah, was way better than how they do it now. All right, that looks good there. Let's build this wall here. Yeah, I think they don't. I think they're at the point now where I don't think they really care how their stages look. I think that WWE right now is so heavily utilized on the LED screens that I think they don't really care how stuff looks as long as they can put on a show. I don't think they really. Where's the Tacoma? I don't know what the where's the I can't even fucking talk. The Tacoma Dome. Where's that at? Is that like Washington? Tacoma, Washington? That sounds right. Southwest Washington. Okay. Yeah, it's a good ways from where my neck of the woods, so. Nah, Jimmy, I don't. Xbox and PC. Oh, you live in Portland? Oh, shit. Yeah, we live a good ways away from each other. I live in a state that you walk into a Walgreens and there's like 4 pallets of Busch Light and a full case or a full fridge in the back of Busch Light. And that's no joke. I almost took a picture of it the one day. I've never seen so much Busch Light in one spot. And that's just at like our drugstore. Like here, while you get your Tylenol, why don't you get enough Busch Light to kill an elephant? All right. Now it's starting to come together slowly. We're going to fill in. So I'm probably not going to finish this one tonight because it's already getting to be almost 8 o'clock in my time. And I got shit I got to do. So we're probably going to go for about another 15. That'll put us at about 2 hours. And then we'll probably stop for tonight. But then this went really well. and I actually really enjoyed myself. So I'm probably going to start doing this more. Like, I'll stream again to finish this build. I'll probably either do it. I haven't decided yet. With it being Mother's Day weekend, I'm going to go see my mom at some point. So sometime around here, I will finish it. If it's not sometime this weekend, it'll be early next week. I'd do it during the day, but I guess, I don't know everybody's age. Do I assume people have school tomorrow? Do you guys have school tomorrow? You guys still in school? I guess I don't know how old everybody is. I haven't had school in a while, so. Yeah, that's what I figured. So I'm trying to not do streams during the day, in the middle of the week, if I'm streaming. So probably either Saturday or Sunday I could probably swing a stream, depending on when I go see my mom. But obviously, it's Mother's Day on Sunday, so I think a lot of people will be, hanging out with their moms. So, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, I've had a really good time tonight. I know I did the Pokemon stream earlier, and that's fun. But, that's not, I don't get as much interaction with that, because I think you guys obviously care more about Minecraft than something like Pokemon. But I have a whole emulator set up on my computer, so I have all these old retro games. So I want to start streaming older retro games, because it's fun. But yeah, I think we made pretty good work tonight. I think probably another 2 hours, I think we'll have the arena completely done. I don't have Pong, but I could get it, but that would be really boring. That would be like the most boring stream ever. Just like toot, toot, toot. But yeah, I got Tetris. Cause I got like some old Atari games, but then like I got literally it's kind of crazy. I've got games from the Atari, the NES, the Super Nintendo, the Nintendo 64, the PlayStation 2, GameCube, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance. I think is everything I got. I got a lot. And I could get Tetris, or I could get Sega too, but I never really got into Sega games, so like there's no point for me to really set that up. But they got rid of Backlash completely? Yeah, that's pretty stupid. I guess, yeah, you're right. Backlash was usually this next pay-per-view. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's kind of dumb, the direction the WWE's going, but fingers crossed that AEW does well enough. Ooh, sorry. Yeah, fingers crossed that AEW does well enough that WWE gets their head out of their ass and starts making good, content again. Because I would love for wrestling to be good enough that I'm watching it every week. We'll put it this way. I don't remember the last time I watched Monday Night Raw. I watched Raw replays from, like, the Attitude Era. But the last time I watched, like, a real Raw, years since I watched Raw. And it hasn't changed. It's only gotten worse, so. Alright, so now that we got this, now I'm going to so I think I talked about this in my tutorial, but I just started doing it in a different step. So now I'm going to go through here and cut out this section. This will be the last thing I think I do for this stream. I do it now before I go and do all this extra work putting all the carpet and stuff in. So let's just get rid of this. Let's do... Yeah, that's good enough. Why does that feel different to me? Oh, it's because I broke the wrong part. I'm losing my mind. Well, that ain't right. Oh, it's because that's got to be thicker. All right, let's do this. Getting ahead of myself here. All right. All right, Jaden, have a good one, man. Just kind of winding down here anyways, so. Is there anybody who's been in here for almost the whole stream? I'm kind of curious to see if there's anybody who's been here for a while. Yeah, Jimmy, you've been in here a while. Mark, you've been quiet. Yeah, Whit, you've been here a while, too. Yeah, Jimmy, I'll give it a look. When I get done here, I'm going to go make some dinner, and when I get done making dinner, I'll check it out. I'll see what you got. Just make sure that looks right. Perfect. Dr. Game & Watch. Tampa's fine. I'm kind of annoyed that they're doing another Florida one. I'm honestly more annoyed because I wanted them to do it in Minneapolis. I know the last 2 years, Minneapolis has been in the running for it, and for some reason, it's lost both times. I want it to be Minneapolis because I want to go to WrestleMania, and that's like the closest. I mean, we talked about going down to Florida for it, but for us, I mean, that's a big trip, you know, because I live in Iowa, so I mean, you gotta, you know, obviously book flights and hotels and all that shit. Minneapolis, we could drive up there. So, Jacob Cody, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. All right, Jimmy, if you do a stream later and I'm on, I'll check it out for sure. Hey, Jacob, you too, man. Thanks for stopping by. We'll be ending the stream here in a few minutes, but at least now that you're subscribed, you'll get notifications whenever I stream or do anything else, so. Because I'm definitely going to start streaming more, because this was fun. I had a good time. It's fun to get to sit and just kind of chat with you guys, you know. On my end, it feels weird because I'm sitting here talking to myself, but it's fun. Like if somebody walked into my office right now, they'd think I'm crazy. Because for the last 2 hours, 3 hours if you include the Pokemon stream, I have been sitting here talking to myself. Yeah, Jimmy, right before I end the stream, I'll pop back over and you can see what it looks like. It'll be coming out in an actual video here soon because I'm gonna do the Milwaukee Bucks like court and everything with it. But let me just finish up this last little section here before we call her a night. Hey, Captain WWE, thanks. I appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. Well, unfortunately, we're about to be done with the stream, but if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe, because then the next time I stream, you'll get a notification saying that I'm streaming. You might have to hit the notification bell, too, if you guys haven't done that. I don't really know. I know some people say you have to, but yeah, I can take a look at doing it for the Metallica stage. I've already done 2 different Metallica stages, so I don't know for sure yet. I'll kind of see what it looks like, but if it doesn't look like anything I've done before, then I'll definitely do the Metallica stage in it, because that's just another easy build. Captain WWE, I probably won't do another one just because I have a pretty standard way of building them, and I already did it. So, I mean, if you watch, like I said, I'm going to keep doing more of these streams. So if you watch the streams, you'll get to see the full me building it uncut. So, I mean, you'll kind of get an idea of how I do it, but an actual physical how-to video, I probably won't do anymore. So, well, this is where we got, guys. We were literally just about 2 hours in, and we went from nothing to this. So we did pretty good in 2 hours. So now the next time I do the stream, I'll be able to do the roof and do all the extra shit on the inside. So, yeah, we should be good to go. I'll probably be ending this in a second. I'm going to pop over here quick just so that Jimmy can take a look at this. This is the, I don't even know how to pronounce it, Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee. I started building this, I think, last night, and I was working on it earlier today. So at some point that'll be coming out, but it's not done. So, but yeah, this is what we're looking at with this one. So with that, guys, let me save this. We're going to end the stream here tonight. Thank you guys for everybody who tuned in. I definitely appreciate it. And yeah, I'm going. Make sure you subscribe, like I said, because then you guys will be able to see the notifications when I stream again. It'll probably be sometime this weekend. I know that nights generally work better for people, so it'll either be, might be tomorrow night. Otherwise, it'll be, if it's not tomorrow night, then it would probably be Monday, is my assumption. Maybe Monday night. We'll kind of see how things go. So, yeah, guys, thanks for stopping by. I definitely appreciate it. Have a good one. Peace.